Honorable guests, respected teachers, parents, and the students who are present here. Good morning to everyone present here. Sorry for the delay, sir, because uh, I estimated some time, but it became 15 minutes late. But it's truly an honor and privilege for me to come here and see this ambience. First of all, I will not talk about the lab. The facilities which you have built in this part of the city, that itself is great. That is what first thing which I want to tell. And you have got probably the first lab. This is the first lab in Bangalore city. When the best of the schools like NPS, DPS, Sri Kumarans, they have not implemented, you have implemented. So that shows your vision. And I have seen sir for a very long time. And I will tell you, I met sir, I think probably when I was just entering the civil services, 16 to 20 years back. And I have to tell you what he was doing then. What he was doing was he was trying to set up a preschool. And for that preschool, he had visited the entire European countries to get the best of the ideas from those European countries and set up a similar school in Bangalore, because that time LKG, UKG was like taken to be granted. Like nobody was thinking about the quality of education which was being provided there. So, but he went there, and then madam also, like, they brought the best quality infrastructure. I still rate their infrastructure in the Florence preschool as one of the best, and the kind of things which they invented. Like, I have to tell you, the bathrooms, I still remember the child-centric bathrooms. Like, usually what used to happen in the schools, if you go, the bathrooms are designed for adults. But they got in bathrooms which are specifically designed for the child based on the international standards. So I have seen sir doing all these things right from beginning. And what I have seen is that whenever something new is happening, he is the first one to pick up. He is the first one to pick up. And today, this STEM lab, he has started this. And I'll tell you, like, see, why this is very important in a country like India. You know, like, Indian education system is a rote learning system. Like, actually, students mug up, and then they reproduce in the exams and they get marks. Now, what happens is that this rote learning actually builds a block in your mind. Once you get through this system, you think that you have to be mugging. Like, you don't get into the problem solving skills or creativity or any other thing. So what happens is this actually affects in the real life world. When people go into the real world, they again want all these textbook methods. They don't want to think, they don't want to adapt, they don't want to design new solutions for the world. So this is where the problem of even the educated unemployment comes in India today. Like, for example, today you can see globally, like recently, there has been an International Labour Organization report on India, where they talk about this educated unemployment. Like, we have graduates, we have PhDs, we have postgraduates, but we don't have industry-ready graduates. That is, we don't have people who are ready to do, who can be directly taken and then put in a job. I have seen this even in my organization. For example, I can't take a graduate and then put them in a drafting. I can't tell them you draft. They have to be trained for 6 to 1 year. So that time lag is there. So, like, to give some statistics, because I got some statistics, like, for example, the ILO report, it says 65.7% of the unemployed, they're like educated unemployment is there. Then recently, I will tell you, Quest Corp, which is a very big HR listed entity in India, they had done a survey of all the employees. And what they found was, in India, the problem is not people are getting jobs. That is, it's not a jobless growth. People are getting jobs, but people are getting 20,000 jobs. 20,000 rupees job, but they are not able to scale it up to higher end jobs. So, so what, and I'll tell you some things about the government, because since I'm from the government, you'll be very interested, like UP Police Department, for a peon post, sir, for peon post, 93,000 candidates applied for 62 posts of peons, out of which 3,700 were PhD holders. PhD holders, 5,000 were graduates, 28,000 were postgraduates. So again, one more I will tell you, SSC MTS 2023, this is also for a Group D job in UP state, staggering 5.5 million applicants applied. So if you go on like this, you will find, even in my wife's office, she is an accountant general here in Karnataka, for an MTS job, 1 lakh applications came. So this is a staggering amount of, like what happens is, it is not that you will not get a job, you will get a job, but people are after quality job, and then the quality jobs will come only when you achieve something. So it is not that quality job is given to you just like that on a platter. You have to develop problem solving skills, you have to develop thinking skills, and that is where labs like this matter. Like, for example, see, I have been as sir told, I met sir when I was nothing actually. I used to come and explain it to him. Like I used to come there to Deepa madam and tell, sir, take my product. Okay, so I had designed something then. So I had designed a worksheet, and what I noticed was he picked me up. Okay, so that is the thing. So he knows what is good for the students. He has that ability. So today, after he was the first person to pick it up, but after that, IOTA was picked up by NPS and many other big schools. So he was the first person. So what I'm telling is that he knows that this is good. This is good for the students. And then I have to tell you that, see, we have been trying to do all these things because a lot of work has happened even in the US on STEM, STEAM, Common Core standards. So all these works, and then even in Singapore, higher order thinking skills. So I know sir and then especially madam has been going through all these things. So they are aware of all these developments which are happening in the world, and they want to get the best for their students. And the fact that, what I like is that he has made this a shared lab. So this is such a beautiful idea. I am telling you, I have not seen such a concept anywhere in India. So because a shared lab, see, one thing I have to tell you, I have visited a lot of government schools. See, the problem in government schools is the hygiene, the way the kids come there, the way they are put into. So that itself like puts a block on their mind. So, but you are telling a shared lab in such a beautiful environment. So what an impact it will have on the child's mind, that, see, they will start loving education. So they will start liking that they want to come here and then do something. The shared lab concept which I have introduced, I think is a revolutionary concept. I think this is nobody has done in India. Nobody has done, and having the ability, having the guts to tell that I will share my facilities with a government kid itself is great. Because I will tell you, when RTE was introduced, that is Right to Education Act, lot of people in India, they opposed this thing on the fact that I don't want the slum kids to intermingle with my kids. They were not ready to share the facilities. See, although here you are sharing the facilities, not only sharing, you are providing such a beautiful ambience for the kid. See, there will be a change in his mindset. He will be able to think ahead and then think that he has an opportunity for him. So, sir, I have to congratulate you for this, and a great effort, and also for the donors. And madam, like, this is the first lab in the country, and I am sure that there will be many such labs which will be established, and it will change the concept itself. So, thanks a lot. And then, And few more things which I wanted to talk is like, see, you all know about AI, artificial intelligence, and see, today I have to tell you that my son has the best of the opportunities. He gets into chat GPT, he puts a NCRT question and he gets the solution. So, but should we not provide the same opportunity to these kids? Most of them will not be able to even access computers. The digital gap is huge. And not only the digital gap, whenever some uh, educationists and others experts, they come and talk, whenever they talk about digital divide, they'll just think of putting up a computer and then just teach them something there. But giving them the access to the latest technologies like artificial intelligence, robotics, this is coding. What I was seeing, actually this is nothing but coding. Like the kids will write a code and then that will get executed on the robotic kit. That I have not seen even in the top schools today. My son goes to a top school, it is not done there. So, sir, you are going in the right path. I know that, but our parents will be little bit, I don't know how receptive they will be, because in India the problem is that the education system, the parent wants is how well the kids will score in 10th standard, whether my kid will crack the JEE, my kid will crack NEET. So that is another issue which we have, which we have to change the mindset. But the real education which you are giving, that is, it will have an impact on the child's ability to adapt in the real world. That is, they will be able to survive in the real world. See, I have seen many people who have gone through these rote learning methods, they actually fail in the real world. Some of the guys, like, I think research was there, like if you see those guys who failed, though, they are more successful. so, so what I'm telling is, so this kind of a thing which you are doing is really amazing. And then one thing I wanted to tell, this is a STEAM lab, no? It's not a STEM lab. So STEAM, A is there. A means arts. Again, what I feel is that in India, what I have seen is that many people are mad about engineering, medicine, but they don't try to integrate the art. That is the, like for example, if you have seen Pirates of the Silicon Valley, like Steve Jobs, he talks about it. Like he was crazy about design, how the computer design should be, how the graphic interface should be, how to make the user use it. So, like I'm telling you, when I designed the e-filing portal, I realized the importance of design. Because if you design it in one way, users will not use it. So you have to make it simple. So the first thing, like for example, one of the major innovations I did was reducing the form. Like ITR 4, which was an individual business return, we were able to get it into 4 pages from a 24-page form. So the design aspect is very, very important, and that art that you are including in this, and that will build a huge set. See, what I am telling is, like, sir, like this is a great opportunity. What I am seeing in India is that the problem is not education. The problem is quality education. So we have a problem of quality education and affordable education. So I think that both you are trying to meet, sir. So I'm very happy to see that, because you are trying to bridge that gap in India. Today, earlier times, yes, I can tell that probably 20 years back, India, we had this problem of very few schools, and then kids not going into schools, all these things. But today, the problem is entirely different. I have been to rural parts of India, Mysore, Chamarajanagar. Everyone wants a good school. Every kid wants to go to a good quality English school. The problem is the availability, The second one is the affordability. So if both these things are bridged, and then with concepts like shared labs, even the government kids, government school kids, will be able to make use of that. And then, and I know that, see, everything has a beginning. Like, for example, today is a beginning, and I know that this lab will evolve. Okay, over a period of time, that is what I have seen sir's work. You will start with something, but then it will evolve. Over a period of time, it will mature, and then you will scale it up. Correct, sir? So that is the kind of vision he has. And then I have to tell you, this initiative directly aligns with the national education policy of Government of India. So if you take the national education policy, it emphasizes on experiential learning, skill development, and integration of technology in education. It envisions a holistic and multidisciplinary approach to learning, ensuring that students are not just passive recipients of knowledge, but also active participants in the educational journey. So these labs, we have to make the kids little more curious, inquisitive, and then make them interested in learning. So that will really make them move apart. Because see, most of our kids know, like for example, you ask any kid going to the government school, they'll tell they hate maths. Because the way it is delivered, the way it is taught to them, if you go and tell the kid, you mug up tables and come, 1 tables to 20 tables, obviously they'll find it very difficult. Okay, so the thing is that this rote learning, but the same kid may be extraordinarily very good in coding. I will tell you, I was handling Zoho in Chennai, sir. Zoho has experimented this. They have brought in a lot of people from the rural India. And they have trained those people in coding. And today, the entire Zoho platform is actually built by them. So that is what I'm telling. So these skills can be bridged, and these skills can be taught to very poor kids, very rural background kids. And sir, and I'm very happy to be here. And I have to tell you that sir was praising me, but I consider him as my mentor. Okay, so he has always been mentoring me right from beginning. And then this is a great initiative, sir. And I thank eVidya Loka and even the donors who are here for taking such an initiative and making it a shared lab. I am really excited that this will grow. And thank you, everyone.